Good morning, Bucknutters. Welcome to the Bucknuts Morning Five here on Monday, June 20th, 2016. I am Dave Biddle, joined by the Dean of Ohio State Football Recruiting, Bill Kurelic. And Bill, in addition to being the Dean of Ohio State Football Recruiting, you are a lifelong Cleveland sports fan. What does it feel like this morning, the morning after the Cavaliers won the NBA championship, Bill?
Kind of hard to explain. Lifelong Cavs fan, lifelong Browns fan, and Indians fan, and I was 7 years old when the Browns won it in 1964, so I wasn't old enough really to appreciate that one very much. But it's almost like, well, now that it's won, what do you do next? I mean, the time period's over, but hey, if the Cavs have a chance to win it all again, maybe for the next couple of years. So I guess you try to win 2 or 3, and the Indians all of a sudden are looking pretty good. Who knows? Maybe you could have a NBA championship and a World Series title in the same year. It's probably not likely, but who the heck would have thought the Cavs would come back from a 3-1 deficit?
Yeah, first team in NBA history to do that, and the finals to come back from a 3-1 deficit. And it reminds me a lot of the Red Sox getting over the hump with the Yankees when they were down 3-0 in the ALCS, and they came back to beat the Yankees. Then they go on to win the World Series. Then they go on to win 2 more World Series after that. And so maybe the Cavs will win another one or 2 more, like you said. Hey, I know there's not going to be a recruit out there that sees that LeBron James won the NBA title and he likes Ohio State, and now that recruit who had no interest in going to Ohio State is now going to want to go to Ohio State just because LeBron James is an Ohio State fan. I get all of that. But this, because people keep asking this, what could LeBron winning a title, what effect might that have on Ohio State? How would you describe it? Like, what effect will this have on Ohio State, if at all?
I don't think it'll have a big effect, but I guess I would say that it can't hurt. I mean, LeBron is certainly an Ohio State rooter. There's no question about that. And, of course, he's from Ohio and all that. So it certainly cannot hurt. And, as we talked about before the show, and I wrote an article, I don't know, about 1 o'clock this morning or so on it, I was actually in Ohio Stadium last night at the Country Music Fest in Ohio Stadium, Luke Bryan, Florida Georgia Line, all that. And when Luke Bryan stopped his song, middle of the song, and announced that the Cavs won, the stadium, it was crazy. It was just exploded, and there was beer flying everywhere from people. Not me, but from other people.
Not from you, right?
I mean, at one point, not from me. Luke Bryan put a LeBron James jersey on and turned the crowd and yelled, "Congratulations, Ohio!" So, I don't know that it has a huge effect, but it is Ohio, and it certainly can't hurt.
I'll tell you what else can't hurt is this 2017 class the Buckeyes are putting together. It might put the hurt on their opponents. You did What I'm Hearing last night. It's on the site right now for subscribers. Make sure you check that out. And if you're not a subscriber out there, try our free until football season starts deal. That's almost 3 months of Bucknuts for free. But, Bill, What I'm Hearing is on the site right now. And you feel good that the Buckeyes are going to add to their list of 5 stars in their 2017 class. You think they're going to land Trevon Grimes, Cam Akers, Chase Young, and Tyjon Lindsey. I don't want to put words in your mouth. You feel good that they're going to land those 4. Talk about that a little bit, and the fact that those are 4 kids from states all across the nation.
Yeah, I don't I guess the way to put it is I feel very, very confident that they're going to add some 5-star prospects to this class. Let me put it that way. How many, I think, it's not a matter of will they add any 5-star prospects to this class. It's a matter of how many. And certainly there's a chance that they could add 4 or 5 stars. And actually, right now, if I had to predict right now, and again, it's a long way to National Signing Day, but if I had to predict right now, I would say that Ohio State will add 6 5-star prospects to this class because I think they have the lead for 6 of them right now. I feel very confident Trevon Grimes is going to announce he's committed to Ohio State when he makes his announcement in August. Tyjon Lindsey, I feel confident he is going to be a Buckeye as well. Cam Akers, I feel like they lead for him right now. That's got a ways to go yet. That's not a done deal by any stretch, but I feel like they lead for him right now. And Chase Young, I think it's going to be Ohio State, Alabama, or Maryland. And I feel like right now, I feel confident saying right now the Buckeyes are in a good position with him. So you've got those 4. Then you've got Jeffrey Okudah. That right now I feel Ohio State leads for him. So that's number 5. The other one is Baron Browning, and I think if he had to make a decision right this second, again, I think it would be Ohio State. That one, I think, though, there's going to be a lot more to go on his recruitment, but certainly he's not out of the question either. So that's 6 5-star prospects that they could finish with in this class.
Defensive tackle Jay Tufele is merely a high 4-star prospect. I don't know why Ohio State's even wasting their time here with this high 4-star. I'm totally kidding, obviously. You also had an update on Jay Tufele. Tell the listener about that, Bill.
Yeah, he's, Ohio State already has Haskell Garrett in the class, and Haskell Garrett is a great prospect. You watch his video, you cannot help but be impressed with him. But also, what I like to do is, besides watching their videos, I like to get people's opinions that I respect, coaches, college coaches, and so on and so forth. And what I am told about Jay Tufele is that he is one of the, if not as good as any defensive tackle in the country. One coach told me that as good as Haskell Garrett is, and this coach feels that Haskell Garrett is great, he feels Tufele is just as good, and that's saying a lot. So to get him would be huge for Ohio State. People have complained at times a little bit about the Ohio State defensive tackle recruiting, but they've got 2 outstanding ones in the class right now, and if they could add Tufele to that to give them 3, that would be just a tremendous coup for Larry Johnson, Urban Meyer, and the staff.
I like that pronunciation. Tufele. I was saying Tufele. I like Tufele. Is that how he pronounces it? Tufele?
That's what I was told. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go with that. It sounds better, and it sounds like that's actually how he pronounces it. So we should probably call him Tufele. JtoFela. That does sound way better than Tufele. Okay. Last thing. You also had in what I'm hearing. I found this very interesting because I was curious to know what other college coaches, even if they're off the record, think about what Jim Harbaugh is doing. Are they kind of in awe? Do they think that's awesome what he's doing, or they think it's ridiculous? And I think some college coaches you talk to, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but you think they're not a big fan of what Harbaugh is doing with just going crazy with the satellite camps. Kind of put that in a nutshell, if you would.
Well, really, simply that I could not, being at the Ohio State camps all week, there's a lot of coaches from other colleges there. MAC schools and so on. Well, just a lot of coaches from other colleges there, and I always enjoy talking to coaches when I'm at these camps. The overriding feeling is that whatever rules are in effect right now are not going to be in effect next year at this time. There will be a change. The NCAA reacted once and made a change, and they didn't come up with a good decision and had to go back on it. Take this through, and they're going to come up with a change that'll be more appropriate. What it is remains to be seen. One college coach told me that the word going around is maybe they only do these camps at pro stadiums, for instance, that they can't have them go to high schools and all that all over the country. That's one possible outcome of this. But in any effect, there's going to be a change. And every college coach I talked to last week at those different camps felt like there needed to be a change, that they did not like this system of Michigan, for instance, taking their staff the month of June and going all over the country and being on the road all that time. That's not a great system for the college coaches. You know, they basically they work very long and hard hours. You know, they're paid well, but their job is not an easy one. And to take your entire staff on the road for an entire month of the summertime, you know, they're not big fans of that. They're not really big fans of what Jim Harbaugh is doing. And I don't know that they're criticizing Harbaugh. It's just that they don't think that's a good solution or a good way to have things run at this point. So I think you will see a change. It's just a matter of what change you'll see.
Great stuff, as always, out of the Dean of Ohio State Football Recruiting, Bill Kurelic. Make sure you get on our site and read his What I Am Hearing if you haven't read it already. Thank you very much, Bill. Congratulations to the Cleveland Cavaliers and all the Cleveland Cavaliers fans out there that are listening to the show. Feel great for you guys, and thanks for tuning into the show. I really appreciate it. Hope everyone has a great day. Let's hear some Buckeye swag, best damn band in the land.